Prices from one year to the next are the same, and they're
Just imagine a toddler telling the president to shut the F up. You are not the president, where the dad is. Let me show you this clip.
to restore democracy. This may seem like, well, aren't we in a
X, are you okay? This is X, and he's a great guy, high IQ. He's a high IQ individual.
And he's got this. Check out this cool chain he's got. Restore democracy. This may you don't have a feedback loop. Okay, we would have to.
We had
That's
no
what we're
idea. We had no idea we were going to find numbers, including the woman that walked away with about 30 million.
It's just something we've got to fix, and we've also got to address the deficit. So we've got good. We need to free the builders of America to build. There seems to be mysteriously they get wealthy. We don't want
$500 billion. It's crazy the kind of numbers you're talking
really crazy.
about.
Hey, my people, get ready with me. Where I will talk about what happened in this press conference. So if you don't know what's going on, right? There was a press conference held in the White House, and Elon brought his son. As usual, I feel like everywhere he goes now, his son is there. And the son, the toddler, he's a toddler, I think he's 4 or 5 years old. I'm not really sure. And he kept saying some weird things to the president. And these are the things that has been discussed behind. These are the things that he has heard his father said, and he's coming out to say it. By honest, what is it with this Elon bringing his son to a very important meeting? Okay, and I feel like he heard his son being naughty and all of that. I'm just imagining African home, the way they will spank you in front of everybody, but that's not even the case. There's a lot of reaction on this video. What is your take? What do you think is going on? I feel like a toddler cannot just come out and be very bold to talk to a president like that. And even the father is there and he's not even doing anything. I feel like that's what he has heard and that is what is going on. But then I have a few reactions to share with you all. Let's go ahead and watch these videos together, and I'll talk about it at the end of the video. But then put your thoughts down in the comment section respectfully, as always.
You know, I wasn't even going to post on this, and then I saw some clips that changed my mind, and I'll show you those in a moment. But first, Elon Musk yesterday, along with his son, Little X, held a press conference in the Oval Office to discuss what Doge is doing, all while Donald Trump watched on silently from his cuck chair. And in the aftermath, one of Elon's fanboys shared this tweet that Elon reposted. It says, "History repeats itself," and it shows 2 images. The first image is a pretty iconic image of JFK Jr. playing underneath his dad's desk while he worked in the Oval Office. And the second is Little X seemingly bored out of his mind, crawling around on the floor while Donald Trump pontificates about what he liked watching from said cuck chair. But I can point out at least one glaring difference between these 2 situations. JFK Jr., as I recall, never had criticisms of his father while the press was there. Little X, on the other hand, has a lot to say, and there was a hot mic that caught some of it. So first is this little gem.
to restore democracy. This may seem like, well,
You heard that too, right? You're not the president. You need to go away. I'll play the clip a second time. Just you watch and tell me if that's what he said.
to restore democracy. This may seem like.
That's what he said, but I'll go one better, because he also said this.
The prices from one year to the next are the same, and they're mortgaged or
That one's clear as day. He says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up." And there's already people who are like, out of the mouth of babes. But let me just put this out there for your consideration. A child this young doesn't have this profound moment where he tells off Trump. He just repeats things he's heard. So if he says you're not really the president, chances are someone has said that around him and he's repeating it. When he says, "I want you to shut your fucking mouth up," he's either heard someone say that to someone else, or someone has said that to him, and he's repeating it. Either scenario is pretty disturbing. But perhaps the question we should be asking is the same one that Shea Jordan Smith asked on Twitter, which is, why the fuck is Elon Musk doing press briefings in the White House from the Oval Office? He is not an elected official. Why is he holding court in the Oval Office? Nothing about this is normal or good?
Either somebody telling him to shut the fuck up, or he done heard his daddy say that man need to shut the fuck up and he ain't nobody president. I don't think you heard me. Kids are soundboards, baby. That little boy did not just stand there and pull that out the crevice of his ass. That was implanted into his mind because he's heard that somewhere before. If you are confused at what I'm talking about, there was a press conference that came out with Elon Trump and Elon's son. I think that he done got the little nickname Lil Twitter X at this point. So the little boy is whispering these insane things to Donald Trump. And no, he ain't responding, he ain't saying shit. But it's the fact that somebody caught it on camera and on audio for that. So you just know that the audio in the White House really be hitting. But back to my point. Kids are soundboards. So y'all should even watch out for some of the things y'all be saying in the house and around your kids. Because I promise you, somewhere along the line, they have repeated it or yet to have repeated it. I promise you, y'all. That boy heard that shit somewhere.
So Elon Musk's son, Twitter Jr., whatever the fuck his name is, was at the White House today. And while Trump was speaking, this little children of the Bitcoin turned to him and said, I want you to shush your mouth. I think, well, damn, I bet Trump was pissed, but wait, it gets worse. Because after this kid got done digging for gold or cryptocurrency or whatever the fuck they're using now, he looked at Trump again and said, you're not the real president. And here's the thing I absolutely love about this. I teach 3-year-olds, right? Done it for years, and I can guarantee you one thing. Preschool kids, they do not have an original thought. They're repeating absolutely everything that they're hearing at home, okay? Their parents say it, they're repeating it, which obviously means Elon Musk has made this the narrative in his home. Every single parent who's raised a child knows that you have to watch what you say around a preschooler because they can't keep a motherfucking secret. I was thinking, oh my God, the girls are gonna fight. Trump is gonna be so pissed at Elon because he's gonna know that Elon said that. But then I thought, oh my God, wait, I don't think that Trump is gonna know that Elon said that because the key phrase is parents who've raised their children. Baby, that was not Trump, okay? They're gonna blame what he said on DEI. He heard it from DEI in the liberal media.
I know we're not supposed to blame children, but that's a bad little boy. You remember that movie, Dennis the Menace? This one's gonna be X with the hex. There's just 0% chance that little boy doesn't become a supervillain. I mean, this is one heck of an origin story. That little boy told Donald Trump that he is not the president and that he needs to shut up. I mean, I know we're all thinking it, but like, you know, that is white privilege because if a Latino kid said that, pa! We would have, first of all, we wouldn't be there because we would have childcare, you know, because we're normal people that don't use our children as human shield. Plus, we would get criticized left and right if we brought our kid to the workplace. Are you kidding me? A person of color bringing their kid to the workplace, even when they need to, they get fired. But that's neither here nor there. If we talk to a grown-up like that, immediate chancla, la correa. Literally, you would never do it again. But that little boy, he's heard that at home. I mean, he told him to shut up, which is something that we all wish we could do, but like, dang. I just can't wait to see how the MAGA people are gonna defend this. I got my popcorn.
This is the exact moment in the Oval Office during a press conference that Elon Musk's son said to the current president of the United States, "You are not the president, go away. You are not the president, go away." And there's also another clip where he told him to shut up or shut his mouth. I have a 4 and a 5-year-old. Elon Musk's son is 4 years old. At this age, children are like sponges and they behave like parrots. They repeat everything they hear and they always use it in the appropriate context. Toddlers are not stupid. They're actually extremely intelligent, but they do not make things up. That's another thing about children you need to understand. They are extremely honest. If that child heard that and repeated it in that context, he said it to the person who it was intended to. He said it to someone who he has heard it been said to. He behaved to that adult with that regard because that is what he has witnessed. At this age, all of the behaviors that a 4-year-old is doing is learned behavior. is learned behavior. And people are saying like, oh, Elon needs to stop bringing his son around because his son is revealing his secrets. It's intentional. It is intentional. Because do you think the wealthiest man in America, a billionaire, someone who is making $8 million a day off the U.S. government, can't afford to have someone to the side watch his child while he finishes a press conference? He could have had any one of the aides in there just watch the baby so that he can say what he needs to say. But he wants it to be said. He wants it to be heard. He wants it to be heard. It's a show of force. It's a show of power. Like, I'm going to have my child punk you and you're not going to do or say anything. You're going to sit there and you're going to take it. And then we're all going to laugh it off. And then we know the little cult is going to come behind and be like, kids say the darndest things. Kids can only say things they have heard. And that child is constantly with Elon. He's constantly in these spaces. So, do y'all think he just made that up? Okay. I just knew it was only a matter of time before his supporters got on here and started being intellectually dishonest, saying, oh, it's just a kid, he's just a spoiled brat. Where did he hear those words? He didn't make it up. Kids don't just say random things. They repeat what they hear. So where did he hear the words, you are not the president, and felt that it was okay for him to say, go away, and tell him to shut the F up? Where did he hear those words? Any adult, and the fact that you're like, can you chill? Most people can't keep their own damn kids. What does that even fucking mean? What does that even mean? Like, when y'all say stuff like that, most people can't even keep their kids. Most people have their children. Most people that have children have their children. Do you think it is appropriate for someone who is not even an elected official, that is not his workplace, in the Oval Office, in the highest office of our country, for someone who was not an elected official to be holding a press conference standing above the president of the United States and their child sitting there saying to the president, you are not the president, go away? I knew that y'all was going to come and try to make it seem as if there's other people in the comments trying to make it seem as if we're blaming the child. We're not blaming the child. We're saying children are children, and children repeat what they hear. We're not blaming the child for saying what he said. We're saying it was said in front of him or around him so often that he repeated it. We're not blaming the child. We know children do stuff like that. Kids don't just make things up. They repeat stuff. So, who told him that? Y'all not going to answer that. Or y'all going to find a way to, no, but that's not what he meant. They probably said it in jest or blah, blah. Some random thing to make y'all feel comfortable about whatever.
Does it concern you that Trump could not be the president of United States? Is it a concern that Elon Musk could be running America? Is it a concern? Why is Elon Musk, I know I don't have any right to ask this question, but if it's concerning to you as it is concerning to me, please someone explain, why is Elon Musk addressing the world in White House? That's not even a concern right now. Little X, Elon Musk's son, told Donald Trump to go and F himself. I don't know if Elon has failed on nurturing his kids, the manners, this. Watch this video.
That's a fantastic scenario for the average American. I mean, imagine like they're going down the grocery aisle and the prices from one year to the next are the same.
See that?
And they're, I mean, imagine like they're going down the grocery aisle and the prices from one year to the next are the same. And they're,
As if that was not enough, he did it
is to
again.
restore democracy. This may seem like, well, is to restore democracy.
See that?
This may seem.
First, he tells Donald Trump that you are not the president. Go away, we don't want you. For your kid to act that way, it means he must have heard his father or somebody say the same thing to Donald Trump, that you are not the president, go away. Then the same little kid goes again and tells him, shut up. It's concerning. It's concerning to me. Does it mean that Trump is not the president of the US? Is Elon Musk running United States? Is it a concern to you? Let me know in the comments. Man, I mean, there's so much I would want to unfold about the whole scenario, but
Toddlers don't lie. Seriously, they don't lie. I have one, okay? I have a 4-year-old daughter. She's going to be 5 this year. If you want to know what happened, if you want to know honest something that happened, go and ask a child. Even though you don't ask them, they will talk, okay? Whatever you say, and they understand what you're saying, and even they don't understand, they can hear you, they will talk, okay? They always say the truth. So I feel like for X or little X to be saying something like that, but wait a minute, why is Elon the one doing the talking? It's crazy how some people are thinking that little boy made it up, and of course, those are their supporters and all of that. They're saying he made it up, that it's just a child, it might not mean what he said, and all of that. That is a thing. I don't personally believe that he made it up. Do you think he made it up? I don't think he made it up. I feel like it is what he has been hearing, is what is comfortable saying. I'm sure he has said it even in front of his father, and his father did not even correct him. So him even saying that there is something they've been discussing, something he has heard. So it's not like the father must be telling him like directly, but he has heard him say that is what he's actually even saying. Nobody's blaming the child. The thing is, we as an adults, we know that there are some certain things that you cannot say where a toddler is, or a child, or children are. There's some things you're going to say with codes, because you know that once they grab whatever you're saying, they say it to themselves, or they say it out where they're not supposed to say it. You see, when probably you do something and your child is already telling your friend or a visitor, and be like, oh, my mommy got me a bag. Oh, let me show you. She'll tell her friend, my mommy told me that my daddy said that, or they'll just say it. Because that's the things that they've been hearing. They've just say some words that they've been hearing around. So nobody's blaming the child, because some people are like, it's just a child, he doesn't know what he's saying, and all of that. Yeah, he might not know the meaning of what he's saying, but it's something that he is familiar with, it's something that he has been hearing one way or the other. Anyways, you guys, what is your take on today's conversation? Can you share your thoughts down in the comment section respectfully? I know some of you will be like, Maria, where are you going? If I tell you that I'm not going anywhere, will you believe? Would you? Because I'm not. I'm actually just going to sit down in this hotel and just sit at the bar and take some probably. I think I'll take margarita or Long Island. I don't know. It depends on my mood. I just want to sit out this evening. And the reason I'm on makeup, I decided to do makeup, is because I just got some new makeup products and I'm testing it to see if I wasted my money or not. Yeah. So, what is your take on today's conversation? Can you share your thought down in the comment section? And thank you so much for joining my Get Ready With Me. Can you put your thought down in the comment section? And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.